just want to go ahead and say, this is not, and I repeat, not a how-to video. It's just me doing what I do. I figured somebody might enjoy it. Maybe I'll work on some safety stuff. Let me show you what I mean. So, back here, you can see there's nothing to protect you other than the tailgate. If a strap were to break, pull point was to break, something was to happen, there's nothing to protect your head if something comes flying at the back of the truck. And unfortunately, that stuff happens in mud bogging. People's ropes get old, the straps get frayed and cracked, and from being in the mud and drying off all the time, they get weak, they get sunbaked. Moral of the story is, we're gonna put some protection on this thing so I don't have any issues when I have my boy in there, my wife, anybody, even if it's just me. I don't want to have that headache, literally. Another random thought I had while I was up here getting ready to take this apart. Someday I'm gonna get these KC lights working. And yeah, they are legit KC lights. That would be super cool. Is it necessary? Probably not. But for those times when you get caught out wheeling and it's laid out and, you know, light goes away, sun goes down, whatever, and there's still somebody out there stuck that you can't let sit, it'd be nice to have some lights. Maybe I'll even add a light bar or something that goes here that aims backward for when you're hooking up and pulling, and that'd be kind of cool. All right, let's get some freaking work done here. Stop talking so much. Oh, of course, the wrong size. Hold that thought. There we go. Got access to the back side of the radiator now. And it's actually pretty clean. I haven't had that off in probably 2 years now. The old fans are in there. Those ones are burned up. Maybe I'll take them out. Get some more airflow. This truck usually stays pretty cool. The radiator's out of like a, I don't know, mid-90s Ford F-150 Bronco. Those are some Chrysler minivan, Dodge minivan fans that happen to fit perfectly on there. Just made a couple little tabs and screwed them on, and they cover it really well. And this truck, if it gets hot and you're wheeling and you stop before it gets to like 230, which is really hot, I don't like to let it get that hot, but if you stop before then and just let it idle with the fans on, it actually cools down pretty good. If you let it go over that, it takes a long time for it to cool down. This cooling system's probably 5 or 6 gallons. So there's a lot of volume, but once it gets hot, it stays hot for a while. So let's see what we need to get these. Well, I only got 1 bolt in each rear. I bet you I only got 1 bolt in each front. Cool. And another thing, this is just for looks. In an event of a rollover, that thing isn't gonna help you. It's just gonna fold up. It's really thin wall, like exhaust tubing. You know, back in the day, they were just for style and looks. And they had some that were thicker wall pipe, meant for some structure. This one, being that it's for a step side, you can tell by them front bars how they kick in like that. It's meant for a step side truck, but it fits the cab really nice. Anyways, this one is meant strictly for looks and to put lights on for that good 80s style and vibe, which this truck fits oh so nice. Now when you're working by yourself, one thing you might have to do is get a little creative. clamp that on there so that bolt just stays, and you can loosen the nut that's on the bottom. When you're working by yourself, you got to do some of that stuff sometimes. Just like over here. I couldn't get, some of them I could get with the impact on the bottom, just pull the trigger, but this one was spinning, so it just locks against the roll bar there, and that should come right out. See what I'm saying? Works, mint. Oh, and another thing, look at that light. You can just put it wherever you want. So nice. Oh, look at that. That's a cab mount. Dang. Being in the mud has not been good to this cab. It was super clean. Not anymore. Oh well, still looks good. Go. Got her loose. All right, let me know in the comments what you think. No roll bar or with the roll bar? I'm not gonna lie to you, I like it both ways. And this truck's had a roll bar in it for, I don't know, 5-6 years. Even before I got it, it had a roll bar in it, which is really cool looking, fits the vibe. But every time I see it without one, I'm like, man, I should try that out. Looks pretty sharp, I must say. Look at that thing. This looks like a regular old work truck. I know what my wife thinks. She got mad at me last time I took it out because it looks cool. But it's super handy when you're stuck and you can just open the door, grab this, and crawl into the box to hook the strap, rather than jumping into 3 foot of mud trying to wallow your way back there to hook it up. That sucks. So I don't know, let me know what you think in the comments. I'm open to try either way. So I want to know if these lights even work anymore. And I'm pretty sure I've tried them before, but I got my little DeWalt 12 volt battery, and they got smart, and they labeled it positive and negative, so you can try this sort of thing. Oh, sweet. Two out of 3 ain't bad. Oh wow, they all still work. Dang, those are getting wired, man. That's awesome. So another cool 80s thing that I really like is the KC lights. But one thing I don't like is even numbers. Now I know I got 3 here, but I'm thinking I might have to put tabs for 5 because I really like the look of 5. If I just cut these tabs off and make a different mounting setup, I can evenly space 5 of them, and I think that would be really cool. That might just have to happen. I've been talking about it for way too long. And I think if I do it right, I can make it so they flip down, because those KC lights make it so I can't get this truck in here on 44s. Granted, It's gonna be on 49s for a long time, but the boggers are still over there, so I think I might have to make them flip down. Alright, I got this piece of angle cut. So I'm gonna loosely throw it up in there. And I think I'm gonna take and ease this, kind of match the tube. That way I can get a good weld across the top and down the side. So that way it'll be a little stronger. Then I want to put a bar here and here. I think that'll work pretty slick. Alright, I got that piece cut, edge is notched, ground down. So I'm just going to do a loose measurement. From there, we're looking at 14 and 7/16. And 14 and 5/8. 11/16. We just gotta go this way just a tickle. 14 and 5/8. 14, close enough to 5/8. So now, put a little mark where I want the corner to be on each side. And I know where I got to grind for weld.
Artlist.io.
Alright, got that bar welded in. Turned out pretty nice. Pretty evenly spaced. Now I gotta figure out the uppy downy bars right here. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna use for that yet, but got enough crap laying around here. This is my remnants table. We'll find something. Alright, so what I found was just some, I don't even know what size exhaust tube this is, but it's gonna work perfectly for these up and down bars. Yep, that'll be just fine if I can just point the camera at it. So what I'm gonna do is, instead of having that big old gap there, I got a little trick I'm gonna show you. I think it'll be pretty cool. Let me get you set up. Alright, so what we're gonna do here, we're gonna take and squish this in a little bit, oval it out so it doesn't have such a big contact patch on that roll bar, light bar, excuse me. I think that'll work pretty slick. Let's go check. Oh, that's way better. I can deal with that. Now the hard part is making the other one match. I guess it's really not that hard. A little bit more. Just like bending tube. Rather go a little less and check it a few times than go too far. That'll work. Pretty dang close. Alright. I'll get that cleaned up. The old flappy. And we'll weld them in.
Music licensing reimagined. Simplest.io.
Alright, got those 2 bars welded in. Turned out pretty slick. Hopefully it fits the window pretty good. I did mark it before I took it out of the truck. But, got some mesh right here. I'll just start marking out pieces and fill in these gaps. I'm going to leave the center open. That way you can get airflow and, I don't know, more or less, once the mesh gets full of mud, it's really hard to see out of, so that's how you let somebody know when you're ready to pull or get pulled, is give them thumbs up out the window. So it's nice to have that open so you can be in the truck and you just give them the old, "Yep, we're ready."